to City podcast. I am Deepa Mehra, your host for today. As a passionate yoga and meditation enthusiast with over a decade of experience, I have dedicated my life to helping people find balance and tranquility. Today, I am excited to explore the connection between mindfulness and daily commute with industry leaders. We will discuss how innovative ideas and digital tools in the transport industry reduce employees' stress, and City offers managed mobility services to ease the burden on facility heads by managing non-core transport tasks. This service simplifies transport management, allowing facility heads to focus on their primary duties by handling all aspects of transport. City ensures efficient and smooth commute, boosting productivity and satisfaction. So join us as we uncover how mindfulness transforms commuting experiences and enhances employees' mental health. So let's embark on this journey towards a more mindful and stress-free commute. Welcome, Mr. Venkatesh Sangam, a seasoned professional managed FM and employee transport for several Fortune 500 companies in India. Mr. Venkatesh, could you please give our listeners and viewers a brief introduction of yourself?
Oh, wonderful, Deepa. That was great to get your introduction. Also, happy to note that you are an avid yoga practitioner. I can see that you really take care of your health, and really happy to know that. I think we should take a leaf out of you to ensure that we incorporate yoga into our daily lives, to ensure that we also lead a stress-free life. I know it cannot be completely stress-free, but then yoga does help in relieving a lot of stress in your day-to-day lives. Well done, Deepa, and I'm sure you will continue this further. I'm sure we can learn a lot from you. Okay, so on to me. Um, just completed 3 decades of work experience a couple of days ago, starting way back in 1994, where I started my career in hospitality. Started as a chef. My love for cooking still continues till date. Do try to cook on weekends or whenever I do find time. Yes, that's a skill that I take pride about. Yes, over a period of years, got into facilities management over the past 18 years, into various organizations in India, spanning across Pune, Bangalore, and right now in Hyderabad. Managing the FM services and transport for a very large IT organization in Hyderabad is what my current role is. So this is in brief as to where I stand today, Deepa.
Uh, Thank you, Mr. Venkatesh, for that introduction. It's impressive to hear about your extensive experience in this field, and also, you are a chef and your hobby is preparing food in part time. So we are eager to learn more about the innovative strategies and solutions you have implemented over the years. So now I am also excited to welcome our visionary co-founder and CEO, Mr. Sachin Agrawal. For our viewers and listeners, could you please share your quick introduction?
Thank you, Deepa. So happy to be here with a seasoned FM professional and a chef. Also, Deepa, uh, very, very inspiring journey into yoga and meditation. As far as I'm concerned, I bring in about 25 years of experience, a combination of consumer durables, into service industry for the last 15 years. I'm passionate about, I'm also passionate about cooking. Though
Oh,
I
good.
don't cook that often, but probably over the weekends or, once in a fortnight. Also, whenever I get time, I do play cricket and tennis. I've been a state level badminton player during my childhood days, building CT for the last 2.5 years, and happy to let you know we are profitable. We have closed our books in 2024. We are a profitable organization already. Thank you.
That's great, Sachin.
Thanks, Deepa. So, Mr. Venkatesh, great to have you here with us. So, we are here to learn a lot from you in next 15-20 minutes. So, just want to understand, since you bring in, rich experience into FM, cafeteria management, employee transportation. So, what is the similarity you see in all these? So as we understand, any FM leader wears many hats. It is FM, it is probably security management, it is cafeteria management and employee transportation. And as we see, role of FM has evolved, over last few years, from an admin to, transforming to a proper FM role, which is close coordination with the leadership team. So for our viewers and listeners, we want to understand from you, what is the similarity you see in all these functions that you handle day in, day out?
Thank you, Sachin, for having me here. So yes, an FM manager wears a lot of hats, multiple responsibilities, as you have just mentioned, right from the soft services to cafeteria management, and the transport management, as you just mentioned. Um, I can draw quite a few similarities, but then there are also quite a few dissimilarities in terms of challenges that the FM services and the transportations bring in. While FM services is all about the hygiene factors and maintaining your facilities and critical infrastructure, the focus on transport continues to remain high. The reason being is that transport comes with a additional tag called safety and compliances. Not that FM doesn't need safety and compliances, but then transport requires a third eye to this aspect of operations. Um, given a priority of rating, I would definitely prioritize my transportation operations right on top. Reason being is that it's an important function. While it can be termed as a non-core activity, but then I slightly beg to differ, because it's one of our important activities of an organization where multiple organizations run 24/7 operations, and to ensure that the employee reaches home on time is very much a part of the employer responsibility. And hence the focus on transport operations and the associated safety parameters and the compliance parameters, Sachin.
Fantastic. So, Mr. Venkatesh, as we hear from you, of all the hats that you wear, transport is something which is definitely very sensitive and is a priority for an FM leader, right? Right. So, and as we all know that probably transport after salaries and real estate is the third largest spend for any large organization, right? So yes, hence it is very important for an FM leader to prioritize transport and have a focus upon, because it directly impacts our business. It directly impacts our operations. So if employees are not reaching office in time, what to talk about productivity. And if employees are not, they don't feel safe, if they don't feel comfortable, then we can very well imagine the productivity levels of the employees who come to office day in, day out. Fantastic, great insights. So my other question to you is, for viewers and listeners, we wanted to understand, how do we manage? So looking at the scale of operations that you manage, how do we manage our costs? Because cost is something which, if there are inefficiencies in the system, in the processes that we have, it directly impacts the cost. So how do we contain costs? How do we manage cost? And how do we have a control on the fluctuations that we have day in, day out on the employee transport costs?
So Sachin, I think let me briefly go back into a couple of probably a decade and a half, if I have to start, where transport was, or probably in the early 2000s, when this entire concept of employee transport started. And from the time from the early 2000 to the where we are, this entire transportation subject has undergone a sea change, right from the Excel sheet management to the technology that has come into the transport operations as on today. There are multiple interventions that has happened for good, and today, I'm sure that an employee feels much more safer going in a company organized transport than what it was probably 2 decades ago. Um, so while coming to cost, so the employee transportation is one of the highest cost centers for an organization, and there's a lot of focus and effort to look at it with a microscopic lens. And when I say microscopic lens, it's all about looking at efficiencies, looking at how we can bring the employees to the office and drop them back home at the least cost possible. This has happened with the help of technology over a period of past 8 years, 10 years, where technology has really helped to ensure or to bring down cost to a large extent, bring down leakages big time in terms of how operations used to get managed by individuals vis-a-vis the same job gets done by technology in a much more efficient manner and without uh, the leakages which was there earlier. So all these interventions has happened for the good, but still there's a long way to go. There are multiple other possibilities in the future where I'm sure over a period of time we'll see much more technological interventions that will happen to ensure that transportation is handled in a much more efficient manner from a cost perspective and also from a safety and a compliance standpoint. So yes, we are going in the right direction, Sachin.
Fantastic, fantastic. So thanks for sharing the inputs, Mr. Venkatesh. So as we hear from you, I think over the last 2 decades is when we have seen the complete paradigm shift of transport, the way we used to handle, the way we used to manage transport probably 20 years ago. It has changed completely, and technology has a big role to play. And to a large extent, I think technology has played a vital role in containing the cost, in controlling the wastages or the leakages, so to say. Okay, fantastic. So, Mr. Venkatesh, what are your thoughts around the various pricing models that are available in the in the industry today? Which most of the ITS organizations are using, especially with the ones who have a large scale of operations. As we know, there is a kilometer model, there's a trip model, there are package models, you know, multiple models, around we see for last so many years. Any thoughts around it?
Yes. So pricing models, pricing mechanisms has undergone sea changes in the way it is looked at. starting from the starting model of a package model, which used to be there many years ago. And then again, efficiency crept in, and then it went into a kilometer-based model, and then into a slab-based model. Um, and now it is into, probably going forward, it is going to be a per employee cost model. So as we move ahead over the years, these pricing models have only gone to become better and better, and this brings in a lot of value addition to the organizations, which is helped by good service partners, good logistics experts who bring in various efficient transport models. So this has really brought about cost efficiency and quite a bit of cost saving also to organizations. I must say that, because the kind of efficiency we had, say, a decade ago, vis-a-vis the kind of efficiency that we have now, we have moved forward. The needle has moved in the right direction, Sachin.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, as I hear from you, Mr. Venkatesh, you know, uh, we are in a different world when we talk about these models. Gone are the days when there were flat trip models or flat package models or kilometer models. Uh, Today, the client or the organizations are talking about efficient models like user-based model. Not for the actual usage that a client does. So just to let you know, we came out with a hybrid pricing model. Keeping in mind that post COVID, we were all living in a hybrid world today, right? Uh, the companies are operating at 30-40% of employee count. There are companies who have reached, probably the BPOs have reached probably 70-80%, but yes, still most of the companies are still on a hybrid model, right? So keeping that thing in mind, we came out with a very unique model wherein we make sure that the client doesn't really has to pay for the wastages that exist in the system, and we call it hybrid pricing model, right? Just to address that need, just to address that problem statement, we came out with this model. Thank you. Fantastic, Mr. Venkatesh. Thanks for insight. Deepa, over to you, please.
Thank you,
Thank you
Sachin.
so
Yeah.
much, both of you. Engaging with you is truly inspiring, and your energetic leadership and knowledge sharing encourage our viewers daily and fostering growth, thoughtful in an ever evolving transport industry. So, Mr. Venkatesh, as an outsider, how do you see ConsultTrans as an organization? What's your perception about CT as a brand?
When I met Sachin last week, and Sachin put across his views on the model that he is currently having in terms of the per employee cost, I was really impressed because it takes away it brings in much more efficiency into the overall transportation mechanism, operations, and overall costs. So while we have multiple other wastages that happens in any kind of transport operations because of multiple factors, the model that Sachin has brought in is a pay and use model. So when it comes to a pay and use model, I know clearly that if I've got X number of employees traveling, I just pay for that particular person who travels for that particular day. Um, so this has, and so as I told you, this will bring in even more better efficiency over a period of time and bring about a lot of value addition to organizations who are engaged in employee transportation um, across locations. Thank you, Sachin, for putting across that that model, and I'm sure it will be definitely it's a step in the right direction over a period of time.
Fantastic. Thanks for the kind words, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Venkatesh, for your lovely words for CT. Your understanding and experiences are incredibly valuable and motivates us to create more ideas about our industry. It's very encouraging to hear about City from you. So before we conclude, would you like to give a one-line message for our viewers and listeners?
One line is don't be afraid of change. That's my mantra, because there is nothing called as constant in life. So embrace change, move forward, and make the most of it. And do enjoy your life and make it stress-free.
Thank you, Mr. Venkatesh, again for your valuable insights and perspective which you shared with us. So we are sincerely grateful, Mr. Venkatesh, for your time and this wonderful conversation. At CT, we strive to offer value-based, hassle-free and stress-free office commute services. We are sincerely grateful for you to have shared your experiences for a large enterprise. Now, we would also like to thank our viewers for their valuable time and listening to this podcast patiently. We look forward to see you in our next episode with more insights from CT on trends in employee transportation. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.